Hello everyone and welcome back to Red Reaper. This time we have started this... I'm assuming this is a pretty big puzzle. I'm actually pretty excited to start it. The dev said he was excited to see me try it, so... Alright. So read current chapter. That's what we're on right now. I'm assuming I can't go to a previous chapter? Yeah. Chapter 2, The Problem. As the guests continue to enjoy the evening, it is apparent that not all of them get along. Tension begins to build immediately once the judge discovers a great and terrible secret that one of his guests was hiding. Meanwhile, the doctor and her lover, the maiden, are struggling to come to terms with their relationship. That's now about to be tested. Also, the spinster struggles with her son's affliction. The champion struggles to find some peace and quiet, while the ragamuffin struggles to fit in despite being a social outcast, constantly being reminded of her place in society by the cruel executioner. As the night grows darker and colder, so do the hearts of the judge and his 7 guests. Alright. So I'm assuming everyone is a little spread out now. Who would write such a thing? The judge takes out a letter from his pocket. Beware, Judge, for there is a crazed killer taking shelter in your very home. If you don't take action, blood will be shed tonight. As an honorable judge, I have no choice but to take such a threat seriously. If one of us truly is a murderer, then they must be here for my life. I must find out who it is. Oh, there's still a few people in here. Clean this mess you made, rag girl. But, executioner, it wasn't me. How dare you urchin talk back to me? How? You maggots should know your place. You're lucky the judge lets you in here out of the kindness of his heart. You deserve to freeze out there like the rat you are. Ragamuffin, look at you. Absolutely pitiful. You're good for nothing. It's a wonder how people like the doctor and spinster see value in you. You'll get yours too one day. Mark my words, rag girl. I'll see you hanged and dragged to the streets. Oh, okay, this is the same cutscene we just saw. A bottle of wine smashed on the floor. Seems deliberate. It's too far from the table to have fallen from it. A sweet smell permeates through the room. Oh, there's a couple people in here. I'm sorry, it's just that I don't trust the doctor, especially not with you. I think she's a perfectly competent person. Besides, she offered to take a look at me. There's no harm in it. Perhaps, but please be careful. I've heard some awful rumors about her. Do you want us to believe them, though? I'm just worried about you, child, that's all. There's no harm in having small talk with the good doctor. I'm sure just conversing with her will help me. It's not like I'm asking her to cut me open. I suppose, but... Wait, don't you still get those sleepwalking spells? I have to ask her about those too. Please be careful, child. Hold on a second. Was that burning in the last chapter? I don't remember. It's been a day since I've recorded. There might have been a few details I don't quite remember. It's not a land you recognize. Yeah, that's the thing. Is this, like, literally the same mansion, or is it just, like, a recreation of it? Champion's in here. Okay, he's just reading. Honestly, I don't really, like, suspect him at all, to be honest. It feels, like, too easy to suspect him. Nah, it's gonna be, like, the kid or something. Hello? There are battles in this? That's kind of interesting. Oh, what? Even the health bars are black and white. Oh, I don't get the choice to kill him. Okay, interesting. Okay, these are all still locked. You have a natural talent for art, my love. Why don't you share it with the world? I only want to share it with you, darling. You are my muse, after all. But the art you create, how it flows forth from your mind and heart, it simply must see the light of day. You're one to talk about seeing the light of day. You won't even fully acknowledge our love in public. But mate, I'm only trying to protect you, my sweet. You know the terrible things they say behind my back. Is what they say about you behind your back that important to you? What they say are lies, right, darling? Yes, they are. Then why are you afraid, my dear doctor? Have we talked to everyone? I think we're missing a couple people, but we should be good. I can always come back to the chapter if I need to. Chapter 3. The Night Before. The night is pitch black outside, and the wind, snow, and hail all continue to batter the mansion, and yet it still stands. Tension continues to build as the night gets darker and colder, and our 8 friends are completely unaware of the impending disaster awaiting them as they sleep soundly in their beds. A sinister creeping shadow looms over the housemates, watching every move, waiting for the chance to strike. It's close to midnight, and the judge is getting very restless. He hasn't told anyone yet, but he has been receiving threatening letters from an unseen sender the moment guests started coming in. Most of the guests are now about ready to tuck in, but there are a few who are still awake. Little do they know that in the darkness of night that looms ahead, the 8th house guest, Death, will soon claim a victim for themselves. Thank you for telling me that, actually. I probably would have just skipped them again. You're gonna fight me? Yeah, okay. We know what to do with this monster. Oh, come on. There we go. Are you having fun? Are you sure you'll be able to sleep tonight, fisherman? Does the medicine you gave me not work? No, it should work. You will be out like a light once you drink it. But again, it's not going to help you with your sleepwalking. I think I'll stay up a little bit longer then. I find it that if I tire myself before going to bed, it doesn't get me I don't get them sleepwalking spells. Yes, but if you did fall asleep right now, even on the dining table, you'll start your sleepwalking spell all over again. I guarantee it. I'm willing to risk it, Doctor. Are you sure you're going to be okay? Yes, the headache is gone now, thanks to the medicine you gave me earlier. I'm just a little apprehensive to take the sleeping pill you gave me. Why, do you not trust me? No, it's just, I was told that this medicine of yours is new and not really tested. Forgive me for being cautious. Understandable, excuse my curiosity. Who'd you hear this from? I heard it from, well... Never mind. Someone dear to me told me I shouldn't care about what other people think. Oh, and by the way, I don't mean to pry, but do you really carry around a knife and fishing line? Yes, as a fisherman, you must always be prepared. You never know when you will need the tool of your trade. It's gonna be the kid. Like, it's... Okay, no one in here. Anyone in the study? The warrior is gone. No one in the library. The judge is talking to himself again. This is the 5th nota I've found. Part of me wants to dismiss it as some ruffian sick idea of a joke, but I simply cannot. Not when the threat is this severe. I don't know how these letters keep finding me, but I never managed to catch the culprit, leaving them around the house for me to find. I can't tell the others about this. I can't cause any unnecessary panic. There are some letters pinned to the wall. Sure. Your life is in danger. Don't let anyone else in. A demon has entered your home. For all your hatred of criminals, I count that you too will put this one to death as well. Okay, so that tells me that the culprit is someone who probably hates the justice system. So that tells me that, like, the culprit might be someone who has committed a crime in the past, or, like, maybe knows someone who was sentenced by the judge. We don't know too much about the people here, like their families or friends or the like, so... You are a hypocrite. You'll get yours too. But that day is not today. Yeah, that's the one we saw before. You have forced my hand! Huh. Apples. Flowers. The spinster is praying. God, please protect my son. A well-made bed, cold to the touch. Okay, so that probably says the same thing for all of them. But, hello? Executioner is shuffling around her room. There's nothing to do. I feel a little antsy. I don't know why. I don't think it's her. Because she practically works with the justice system, so it kind of contradicts those letters. A cute summer hat. Strange attire for winter. A summer dress. What's up with the main's wardrobe? It's like she's not bothered by cold at all. About to go to bed. I'm starting to think that she doesn't love me anymore. What am I saying? I should probably sleep now, but I wonder how she's doing. I kind of worry a little for her, but I don't know too much quite yet. The champion is meditating. I don't think it's him. So far, I think it's either going to be the maiden or the kid. Or the fisher. I keep calling him the kid, you know what I mean, though. God, give me strength. Give me the strength to brave the storm. Protect me from that woman, that monster. She's talking about the executioner, obviously. No one's in here. What's this? Coat. Probably belongs to the doctor, so that's a doctor's room. Is that all I can do in this chapter? Alright, we'll move on then. I think the murder is going to happen next time I progress time. Yep, there it is. Chapter 4, The Body. A scream echoed throughout the house, waking everyone up. A ghastly sight awaits the judge and his guests. Okay, so it's not the judge that died. The bedroom doors are unlocked. Fisherman, where are you? My son, where are you? Where'd you go? You left your fishing line out here. Where could you be? Yeah, okay. Well, now we gotta find the body. Whoa! That's new. I can't examine whatever that is behind the box. Okay, so you two are out here. Please calm down, Miss Maiden. Don't go in there again just yet. This can't be happening. I just saw her last night. The doctor died? Okay. Interesting. The doctor and the maiden were lovers, so that would make for an interesting murder, perhaps? Huh. Please tell me I'm dreaming. Please tell me this isn't real. Please, miss, you have to calm down. Yeah, it was the doctor. The doctor is sprawled on the floor. She's dead. She's wearing her coat. It looks like she was about to go outside. The floor is covered in what looks like blood. It smells strange, like it's sweet. There's a gaping wound on the doctor's back that now dried out. There's still fresh blood around the wound. Does the wound smell sweet as well? That's a weird detail. The wound is a rough straight line, but it's more jagged or irregular in shape. That sounds a little bit like a knife wound. It's a ghastly sight. Who would do such a thing? I don't know, Executioner. I can't believe I let this happen in my own home. Who was the first person to see the body? I believe it was the maiden. Poor thing, she was screaming her soul out of her body. Then we questioned her first. We have to take this slow. The blizzard roars still. We are trapped in here with a dead body and a murderer. We have to tread lightly. Agreed. Anything else out of the ordinary? The fisherman is missing. The spinster is in hysterics looking for him. How about you? Did you find anything? Keep this a secret between you and I, but I've been receiving these letters since yesterday afternoon. 5 of them, in fact. Let me see. The killer is in this house. The killer is one of us. There can be no other explanation. Let us start with our missing guest, the fisherman. We shall see what the spinster is hiding from us. I think it's the maiden so far. Cold? What? Cold to the touch. Okay. So that means she probably wasn't asleep when she died. Because I feel like the bed would be warm if she was in it. Can I, like, examine someone else's bed? Yeah, warm. Okay. I'm assuming the warm beds mean that the person slept in it. This was the fisherman's room, right? Has the fisherman even gone in his room yet? I think that's the maiden's room. This is the spinster's room. Yeah, she was in here sleeping. I think this was the executioner's room. I forgot whose room that is. I think that was, Okay. Interesting. Oh, everyone's always looking for him. Ah, we gotta fight you too. Alright. Is that a new enemy? I don't know, we haven't really been fighting monsters since we entered this house, so can you blame me for not remembering? The ragamuffin is crying and shaking. God give me strength. Her clothes are wet. Why would they be wet? I doubt it's blood, because I feel like the game would have mentioned that if they were. Okay, so I want to check one last place before I move on. Do you think the fisherman might have escaped through here? That's still locked. I'm gonna save before I move on. The roundup. The judge has lost all patience for his guests and trusts no one, except for maybe the executioner. He rounds up all the guests, at least the ones who still remain. The doctor is dead, as someone is responsible. The fisherman is missing, and the cool veneer that everyone seems to carry is now slowly deteriorating, revealing their sinister, much uglier true personalities. The judge asks each of the house guests to tell him exactly how their evening played out. However, some of their stories don't seem to add up. Okay, so this is where we're going to collect, testimonies, I take it. Yeah, they're all in here now. I remember having trouble sleeping. I was restless, pacing around my room. I was in the adjacent room. I could hear you. I had to bury my head under a pillow. Don't interrupt me, you contemptuous waif. Anyway, what was I saying? And as I was trying to fall asleep, lying on my back with my eyes wide open, I had a truly peculiar vision. A vision of a dirty little rag girl, and oh my god, and she was getting her muddy paws all over me. Hey, you are out of line, Executioner. All of us are taking this seriously, and you are treating it as a joke. How about you and I settle this, Mr. Champion? This isn't the arena. This is the real world. I'd gut you like a pig if I ever saw you put a toe out of line. And you're a hired sword, a murderous yet neutered dog who won't do a single thing unless her master told her to. Why you? Executioner, sit down. Okay. Anyway, that was a joke. My story isn't very interesting. I went to bed not long after I stopped pacing. Maiden should know. She probably heard me snoring. It was very loud. I don't envy you, Maiden. I'll try to give only the permanent details. I retired to my quarters around 9 p.m. and spent roughly 2 hours meditating before going to sleep. In the latter hour of my meditation, I noticed 2 distinct sets of footprints walking past my door. Probably the same footprints that Miss Ragamuffin noticed. Yes, it was around that time too. It was 2 sets of footprints, about a minute apart from each other, both going past my room. Anyway, I paid it no mind and carried on, not thinking much of it. But then I was woken in the middle of the sleep by another set of footprints, this time just 1 set, and I swear they sounded heavy. Heavy? Yeah, like they were carrying something. But again, I paid it no mind. But I thought I'd let you know since it might be, well, important. Okay. It was around 10 p.m. when I went in my room as well. How did they know the times? I don't think there were clocks in their room. But since we're confessing embarrassing truths, I took a loaf of bread before going to sleep. You stole bread, and not just a single loaf. And the only reason why you brought it up is because I caught you red-handed. You may not be a murderer, yet you're a thief for sure. This isn't relevant, Executioner. Would you get off my case? I fell asleep about an hour later. Oh, fell. But not before I noticed someone going past my door. Do you know who it was? No, I didn't check. Why didn't you check? With all due respect, Executioner, if it ever occurred to Miss Ragamuffin that hearing footsteps going past your door in a house with several people was strange, she would probably try to see who it was. Fine. Oh, okay, hello. Have you figured it out yet? I suspect you, honestly. Speak up. My apologies, this is my story. I swear I am telling the truth, for I could not have killed my beloved doctor. You and her? Yeah, I suppose it's useless to keep it a secret now. Miss Maiden, I did not ask whether or not you killed the doctor or what your relationship with her was. I asked where you were last night. Right, well, I remember getting to bed at around 10 as well. Right after the doctor and I had a little talk, I fell asleep not too long after. I woke up quite early, so it was no surprise it was I who woke up first. I wanted to see if I could wake up the doctor and have her join me for a coffee, but when I found her... It's okay, but you don't have to say the rest. What did you two talk about? Excuse me? What did you talk about before you went to bed? I beg your pardon, Executioner, but that is highly private matter. Well, you've made it a public matter now that all of our lives are in danger and someone is dead. You don't have to say anything, Maiden. It's okay, I understand. If you truly must know, it's about the secret nature of our relationship. I simply was fed up with having to hide it, so I confronted her. That's all. Was that so hard? That's all you have to say. While the Spencer is in the kitchen, graciously preparing her lunch, I'd like for everyone to make sure that they got her story completely. She said that, like most of us did, she entered her bedroom around 10 and never left her room until the next day. When morning came, she heard the maiden screaming, and like us, found the doctor to have been murdered. She then noticed that the fisherman had gone missing. She also saw that the fisherman's line was left behind in the Great Hall. Is that understood by everyone? Yes, yeah. Likely story. How do we know she isn't lying? Fisherman could be the killer, and maybe he's just made a run for it. You saw her, donning upon her her grown adult son like he was still a child. How did we trust a clearly senile woman like that? Don't talk like that about her just because she's out of earshot. Nobody asked you. Enough. Settle down. In any case, my story is not all different. I retired to my quarters at 10 and did not leave until I heard the maiden scream in the morning. Any one of us is welcome to give their story next. Okay, so I think that's everyone. So 2 people walked by, the warrior's door. Champion. I keep forgetting his name, too. Okay, she's not doing anything. She's just cooking. Anyone in the study? No. Why am I able to enter everyone's room again? Maybe I could check the body again. Wait, that fishing line. Hold on. At least I think that's fishing line. Oh, she just put it back here. Okay. They covered up her body. A sheet is covering up the body. Untouched from the morning. Alright. Huh. I think I'm gonna save it here and then leave it off here for next time. I think I mostly suspect the maiden as of right now. I think she could have done it. Alright. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.